Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be attempting to paint with acrylic on a large canvas. The original title of this video was supposed to be trying acrylic on a large canvas for the first time, but this is actually not my first time at all. Actually, I had another painting done 2 weeks ago and I was intending to use that for this video, but I lost all the footage for that. So I had to re-record it with another painting. So this is not my first time. This is my second time doing this. But I definitely think that I learned a lot from the first time. And that has definitely helped with this painting, as this is a lot harder than the one I did the first time. Anyways, I started off with the sky, and this was actually a lot harder than it looks because I was trying to get this like light, airy kind of look with the sky, and it was pretty tough to do that because I just kept blending colors, and it just wasn't giving the effect that I wanted, because in the reference picture there were no like defined clouds. It was just a couple of white streaks here and there in the sky. So I was trying to mimic that, but it was a little bit tough to get the blending correct, especially for my second time painting. But I think I did a pretty good job matching the reference picture that I used, and I definitely achieved the light, airy sky look. So I'm pretty happy with how the sky looks. Okay, so now we're getting started with the ocean, and I really don't know what to say about this one. This was a really tough part of the painting, just because I was trying to match the blue to the blue in the picture, and it wasn't matching no matter how many different shades of blue I added. And so then I just ended up adding some white on top, and then later on I just mixed both the shades together, and that solved it, and I was able to achieve the blue that I wanted. One extremely important thing I've learned from painting this painting and my previous painting is just to trust the process. And this applies to any kind of art, whether you do color pencil drawings, charcoal drawings, painting, crafting, whatever. It applies to everything. But I learned this in painting because when you paint, you have to do big areas of color at once. And doing that, it doesn't look like it's going to be cohesive and it's going to look good in the end. But you just have to keep going and just trust yourself and trust the process, and just know that it's going to look good in the end. And just trusting yourself is what makes the painting so much better. So for the bottom part, I started adding a dark blue, and I was trying to blend that dark blue with the lighter blue on top. And the way I did this, because the lighter blue had already dried, so I couldn't blend both of them together. So I added white to the middle and just blended it using the white, and that blended it really nicely. Okay, so moving on to the waves. One thing that I struggled with a little bit here was trying to blend the black with the light blue of the ocean to kind of make it look merged and natural. And that was because the light blue had already dried, because acrylic paint dries very fast, and I don't know if there's any like solvent or something you can mix into the paint so that it dries slower, but I was struggling to blend the wet paint into the dry paint. And the way that I was able to do it is I took a little bit of white on my brush for the ones in the back, the waves in the back, and I slowly blended it with the white to kind of like make a gradient of the dark color to the lighter color. But for the darker waves, I just moved my brush in a really swift motion so that it would kind of feather out into the ocean, and that seemed to work really well for the waves. Here's a good example where you can see me add the dark layer, and then I used a white to blend it out into the ocean, and then I added more black on top so that it creates that sharper look, and then that blended out into the less sharp look. This is the end result. I love how it looks like the waves are merging with the ocean, and the highlights definitely complete the painting. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.